Good evening, my viewers. This is George Ondek with the latest edition of the George Ondek Show. This is my feature I do around election time called Meet the Candidates. And tonight I'm very honored to have as my guest Ilan Gilbert, the town supervisor of the town of Yorktown. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, George. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you having me on and being able to give some information to the voters.
It's a day after your holy day or holiday.
Yes, it is.
I want to wish you a Happy New Year.
Thank you so much. And a happy and healthy, even for those that don't celebrate, I wish only sweet, healthy New Year for everybody.
And tonight I just want to explore with you your accomplishments and where you stand on certain issues since an election is coming up.
Sure.
You're running for town supervisor once again.
I'm running for re-election.
And
correct.
you are the current town supervisor.
That's correct.
So
that's correct.
If you want to tell me 2 or 3 of your accomplishments.
Sure. First of all, the term of supervisor is only 2 years.
Right.
So it's sort of difficult to get traction, you know, but you try to make your imprint the best you can.
Right.
And when I first came in, it became obvious to me that the town had neglected infrastructure for years. A prior administration, and then even some administrations beyond that. I mean, we're talking about roadways and things like that have been neglected for close to 20 years, 15, 20 years. Pump stations for our sewers and retaining walls and all those types of things.
Was there something with Lowe's with the infrastructure?
Well, there was that's new infrastructure, but yes, that also was an issue when I first came in. I had to address a lot of things there to right a ship, so to speak. Lowe's, when I first came in, I found out that the prior administration had sort of pushed through the project, and one of the things they did was, against the planning board's recommendation, they created a loop system underneath the project because that was Lowe's desire. And the planning board said that they felt that a different design was possible. Because it was a loop system, I was told that the Board of Health had mandated that the town take over the infrastructure, which was sort of unprecedented. And I went down myself because I was very concerned, went down and spoke with the health department, and the health department said, no, if it had been designed differently, you wouldn't have to take it over. So I went back to Lowe's with our town attorney, and we had discussions, and we said, look, well, you've preferred this design, we'll take it over, but I want to make sure that I have a fiduciary duty to the town and my constituents. And while I may not be around 20 years from now, I want to make sure that the town isn't paying for that project. So we worked out a maintenance agreement where Lowe's will take care. We will fix it. It will be our individuals in the town, but then we will be reimbursed for any repairs that need to be done to the project. So that's one of the things that I did. There were a number of items that I just was unhappy with as the town was moving forward. We put in generators in town hall, a highway department that the town did not have. When I first came in, we had some major storms, if you recall.
Yes.
Those March storms.
I think the first night that your new highway superintendent came in, there was a snowstorm.
For him, absolutely, absolutely. So
and are people happy with the way your roads are taken care of?
They are very happy, and I get along.
I don't recall one fatal accident during the past 2 years, or for quite a while.
Thank God.
If you put enough salt down on the road and you put it down ahead of time.
Well, Dave and my philosophy are both, if we can provide for our people black roads in the summer with new paving, and black roads in the winter being making sure that they're salted and clear of snow and ice,
and that all the potholes are fixed.
And fixing the potholes. As a matter of fact, I'm very proud. I helped Dave get what they call a hot box, which allows for hot using instead of cold patch
Hot
in the
patch.
winter, which doesn't really hold. We can actually fill the potholes with hot, pavement, so that we can fill those potholes and address those
I
potholes.
want you to answer this question, Mr. Supervisor.
Sure.
You get some criticism in a local paper for economic development. Is that your job? Are you pro-business as
I
well
am
as
pro-business.
pro-environment?
I am pro-business. I'm pro-environment. I believe in smart growth in terms of in terms of business. I attempt to fill vacant stores, and we've done so.
And that's
we
not
haven't.
your job,
And
really.
it isn't, but it is. I've created, and again, one of the things I'm proud of is I've created an economic development committee, and they've come up with ideas on how to attract and basically brand the town of Yorktown. Yorktown is not Peekskill. Well,
No.
in some ways, I'm envious of Peekskill because they have a river, a waterfront, and they have a train, and they have something that draws people to the town. Yorktown is different, though. Yorktown has green space, open space, hiking trails.
You just opened a hiking trail.
Absolutely.
right?
We just opened another branch. We have more hiking trails in the town of Yorktown than any other town in Westchester
By the
County.
way, I want to interject something there.
Sure.
I know some people want development, but you got to be careful too. I'm going to say Yorktown is a green town. It's a suburban town. Where you don't want too much development.
You
now.
want,
As you said, you want a balance.
you want a balance. Look, you certainly want to take the pressure off your residents in terms of a tax burden. And how do you do that is you increase the commercial base.
Right.
Certainly,
But you don't want to go overboard.
You don't
You'll
want to go.
change the face of Yorktown.
You don't want to go overboard, and you also have to understand, in reality, that you're dealing with a new day when it comes
Yes.
to economics. You have, Amazon. You have
Right.
so the
That's
mall,
why malls are in such
malls
trouble.
are in trouble. But thank God, our mall right now.
I see a great
is-
transformation
Yes,
happening
they are
to more
repurposing-
service type of mall
Exactly.
with fitness centers and things
Exactly.
for children, soccer.
You have to think outside the box.
Yes.
That's been one of my mottos as well. Coming in is thinking outside the box on all different aspects and all different issues. We can't keep doing the same things that we've been doing for the past 10, 15 years and expect different results. So you have to. We have a lot of smart people in the town. That's
Of
why
course.
I've enlisted a number of them for my economic revitalization committee. I've enlisted them to help.
And they're a
with-
volunteer committee, right? I
Yes,
know
they
other
are.
towns
Yes,
are
they
paying
are.
$150,000 a year
Yes, they
for an
are.
economic or development
Yes.
advisors.
Although
so you're saving
yes, I'm saving there, but they are also say, well, you know what, you may at some point you may need to spend,
that.
but
yes.
you'll get back tenfold if you do
Sure.
spend. So we need to. They're recommending a branding company. They're recommending a business revitalization person to come in to help.
But along with that, you got a record of keeping taxes under the cap,
Yes, I do.
and that's important.
Yes, I'm very proud. As a matter of fact, I'm doing my budget this year. I will be further below the cap than I was even last year.
Wow.
And both those
And you
years,
are responsible for the budget.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Unlike a city like Peekskill that has a city manager and he's responsible.
That's correct.
Not the mayor.
Well, what happens is the process is this. The first prospective budget is my budget. I come up and I propose it to the town board. And then the town board and I work out we negotiate if they may be happy with my budget or they may want to tweak my budget
Yeah.
a little. And then ultimately they vote on that. And
Wow.
then after that it becomes the final budget after
Mr.
a public hearing.
Supervisor, I cannot believe the way time is flying by.
Okay.
We have about 5 minutes left.
All right.
Again, give me your points that you most feel proudest of and why people should vote for you this year. How do you feel about veterans and seniors, by the way?
My dad was my hero. My dad passed away about 6 years ago, but he was a World War II vet, a medic in World War II. He fought.
And I was a medic in Vietnam, but keep going.
But, well, he was, and I thank you for your service.
Thank your father for his service to our country.
My dad was involved in 3 amphibious invasions.
Wow.
He was in Northern Africa, Italy at Anzio, and then southern France. And then he was actually one of the liberators at Dachau.
So I've seen you at veteran ceremonies,
Yes.
and it's very touching.
Yes, as a matter of fact, just a couple of weeks ago, I was at Montrose where they did their
VA
annual,
hospital.
yes, their annual service for POWs and MIAs.
How are you on seniors?
Seniors,
Seniors programs.
they are seniors, and I'm very close. To, if I'm not a senior already, I'm very close to being one. But they are also right here, so close to my heart, and we need to take care of our seniors. We need to do what we can.
You take care of seniors in Pizza,
Yeah,
in Yorktown.
Yes, we do. Well, we have a
Let
senior.
me ask you a burning question.
Yes.
Age and experience versus youth. What do you think about that?
I think youth is very important. I've got kids of my own. I'm so proud of them.
I mean, running for
But
office.
in terms of running for office, I think you need to show that you, look, fresh ideas is always a wonderful
Yes.
thing. But you also, I don't know if I want to give an individual a $58 million budget and say, here, this is your first go around. Let's see what you can do with it. I don't know if I were a citizen in Yorktown, I'd like to leave it in the hands of someone with administrative experience.
Mm-hmm.
And,
If people want to contact you or anything,
they can call my office. My
What's the
direct
phone
line
number
is
or
914-962-5722. My administrative assistance extension is 101.
And do you have a website?
We do. The town has a website, and you can click on to the supervisor's office for that website.
Okay. And when is election day, and can they vote ahead of time in
Yes,
Yorktown?
actually, this
so
is the
we've
first
got
time.
1 minute left, so wrap it up.
Election day is November 5th, but there is early voting, I believe, starting October 26th.
Where would they vote
They
at?
don't have that location set yet,
Yep.
but they're the Board of
Okay,
Elections
this
is
is about a
determining
month
that.
before Election Day.
Yes,
I
but they
want to
will-
thank you once again, Mr. Gilbert, Town Supervisor of Yorktown.
George, thank
and
you.
like with everyone, I wish you good luck. I wish your opponents good luck too.
Thank
and
you.
I give them the opportunity if they want to come on my show, they can too.
Well, again, thank you, George.
Thank you for coming by.
A pleasure.
One day after your major holy day and holiday.
Thank you.
Thanks
Okay.
again. Okay. See you at support.